Okay, I want to do a quick video. I'm suspecting the foot pedal was kind of funky, seeing that there's a crack in the ceramic section that looked like it had been glued to epoxy, something adhered together. And I kind of think I should bend that wiper, get a little better contact, but I'll pull that apart later and work on that specifically. I doubt there's anything wrong with the cable, the cord, and the outlet, but possibly there. But anyways, I went to go use, after taking it apart and putting it back together, it was acting kind of funky. I guess I could plug it in and demonstrate, but the pedal wasn't working so good. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and plug in directly. I read somewhere on one of the Facebook groups, and I forget who that was, you know, who you are, maybe it's just a common thing to do. Some mentioned oiling and then just directly plugging in, so I figured I'll just plug into a surge protector and see how she's doing. And man, she sounds awesome. I did like how the one gal mentioned to raise the foot up so the bottom foot feed jaw things aren't rubbing up against the bottom of the foot, because that's where the noise is coming from. And wow, does this sound really nice. I went through everything. I have no thread. There's a needle on this one, but I have no thread here. There's some thread on the bobbin, so I'm tempted to like wind a little bit and use the bobbin and the thread to test this one out. I gotta look around. Maybe I do somewhere, I just don't know. But I know where the other location, storage location with the tub. So my sewing, my textile, and heavy duty. Actually, I've got some leather there too for seat covers I need to pull out. Some mole clips and some webbing and other materials that'll be handy for doing the covers. You know, the heavier duty, you know, like yacht cover material for the seats at least, if not the whole riding lawnmower. And I probably will size them out for the garden tractors I'm going to keep, and even if I use them for what's outside, it's the riding lawnmowers. But yeah, this just, wow, this sounds awesome compared to how the gal was saying wasn't working. It seemed a little, needed some cleaning up and whatnot. But it's cool to actually really do one of these. This is my first. But anyways, I guess long story before I get long-winded, because I can be long-winded. I wanted to get this out of the way because I've got this. The neighbor, I noticed he had his rider not working, and just try to turn this off before I move above that. But I picked this up. This is one of those things that I was like, well, I could rewind some microwave oven transformers and make a 200 amp engine start. You know, this old-fashioned transformer, just a simple rectifier, nothing much else for no digital controls at least, all analog system. So if I wanted to restore batteries, having that 200 amp circuit, and I was like, well, I'd take probably 2 microwave oven transformers, considering losses or whatnot, for the 12 volts. If I'm going to regenerate, try that out at least and see. And plus have a heavy-duty starter, and a 35 amp charger, because my biggest charger is a Schlumberger 15 amp and a 3 amp. So, but that has the different controls for the different style batteries. So, anyways, I thought, I probably shouldn't, but for $50, I'm thinking the transformer core, the meter, the switches, the case, the wheels. I don't know, $5 you can probably find. You look around at Goodwill or a salvage yard, you might actually find real solid copper ground clamps that I could use to make. But anyways, for everything, I figured it might not work. It was buzzing, so I figured the transformer probably wasn't too bad. Hopefully not too bad, at least. Resistance isn't too high on the coils. Again, though, back to the microwave oven transformers, I guess, instead of, doing a parallel winding with 2 and rewinding, if I'm good, it's like I can save the coils that are on it. And I probably would wind up cutting one of them off anyways, if not 2. leaving just the 120 for projects, but that's another story. I'm just going to go ahead. I went and I got it for $50. It's kind of more than I should have paid. I was assuming he thought it was working too, and this is one of those where it doesn't seem to be working. So the neighbor, we hooked it up, and it was buzzed differently for the 200 amp, 35 amp, and 2 amp, but it was making like a kind of that machine gun kind of sound with a low battery situation with a vehicle, and I've never heard that with a riding lawnmower when starting. So maybe it was just at the weak point. I'm not positive. I've got to hook up a current clamp. Actually, I got to hook up a voltmeter and see what's coming out, if it's DC or not. But I'm almost wondering if there's like a short with the rectifiers, and I'm getting AC signal coming through, and that's why I was going back and forth, making that machine gunning sound. I might be wrong. Maybe it wasn't 60 hertz, but it's just my guess. I just can't see how you're going to have like a weaker DC unless there's like something going on with, they've got like individual rectifiers. And I looked online briefly trying to find a schematic, and I found a video where somebody's rewound a coil, a transformer, one of these. I've seen where they've replaced, or in other models, the diodes that are used for the rectifier. They're not really a full bridge diode like those cheaper square, you can get. So I'm thinking I'd probably upgrade this and not use the old school parts, because I can get for more cost effectively. And that would probably be the start also for upgrading this, because those will be overrated. I'm sure I'll do the math, but I'm sure they'll be, I'll be able to, even if I did some in parallel, to get to the 200 amps. The ones I have already for the AC welders, those are already designed for, almost 200 amps, not quite 200 amps, but, and they're obviously, I know they're rated at higher voltage, but they are a higher current design too that can be put on a heat sink. So I'm guessing this can be improved. And then, the thought was I'd get it, I'd buy it, and I can update actually. One thing came to mind was a timer, so I could have some kind of, feedback loop regarding the charge of whatever's being charged, so it'll automatically power off. And then the other thing I was thinking, I could probably figure out with charge controllers to optimize the charge process. That's going to be a neater project, if I can find the time. But yeah, so I'm actually kind of looking at this stuff behind. I need to get some more of these shelves. I gotta finish that shelf. That needs to be coated, and then I can start organizing that whole shelf. And then a lot of this I still need to go through and organize. But yeah, kind of interesting, starting to get closer to the winter season. I'm doing indoor projects already. This is sort of outdoors project though. It's electronics, so I don't know. I can move that inside and work on down here. But I did get the cart out for the. I think that one I've got dedicated. No, that one's the. The 475A, the 7904. Actually, now I have two of them. That cart's out in the garage. I have to bring that in still, or I might. I don't know. Like, actually, I planned the 475A to use for in the garage for like outdoors, automotive. But now I have two 7904s, so I'm like almost like, I don't know, maybe it'd be nicer to have that heater. That's going to be a bigger heater. Have that out in the garage. Yeah, I'm already up to almost 10 minutes. Wow, it was 9 minutes and 11 seconds. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to disassemble this, so I needed to clear off the table space. And actually, this is a neat little free table, too. This actually is a hinge that'll flip, so I can move it off to the side and out of the way. And like I've been doing, I'm putting casters on the bottoms of all the desks and whatnot that are the heavy duty. Like this table back here, I'll wind up just, I don't know, I'll probably give that away or move that somewhere else. That's just like a dining room table. I don't want to use that anymore. I've got the heavier duty Baker, Herman Miller, steel case, Hayworth, other made in the USA ones that I'm going to replace everything with, just like with the shelving. Get the heavy duty. Actually, I got to move this out. This used to be an entertainment center where there's another one on the other side, and then the center I had like the TV and then the stereo rack. But that's going to probably be a solar heater project, so that'll probably just be an air, I think. I don't think I'll do liquid, but I might do liquid, so probably air is what the plan was, but I don't know, I might coil, I might put something like, you know, I guess it'd be cost effective to use PEX versus copper, but, you know, I got other finishing work I gotta do down here, so here, cleaning and then finishing work, but anyways, yeah, the battery charger, and this time to test sewing, mainly threading and then the tension and whatnot and these different stitches. I did figure out that this is just, it's just the 2 settings, so I think this is okay. It's just one setting, the other, so it was as bad as I thought. So it's just one's blind stitch, BS, or BS stitching, and the other one's manual, so I guess that's okay. I just didn't see much movement, so I wasn't sure what was going on there. So I guess this one's ready to go other than the foot pedal. So, and you can find those for not that expensive online. But I've got 2 other ones, so I'm probably going to try with one of the other dressmakers, because that's a similar plug-in design. I looked at the Sears Kenmore 158, period 1813, and really made me want to vomit again. Vomit or heartburn. There's mental fart. 2. Series Kenmore. Oh, the plug design's different. Yeah, so I'd have to hack on some kind of end to use that foot pedal. Anyways, it's 12 minutes. Be safe, stay healthy, and learn something new. Talk to you later. Bye now.